What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a while, but I'm back. Hopefully, you have been doing well because I can't complain at all. And so today I want to talk about some income ideas for social workers. And so I think it's quite apparent that many of us are starting to feel the impacts of working in some of these facilities, these clinics, these systems overall. And I think some of us are getting tired and we need to figure out some income generating ideas apart from the 9 to 5 to sustain the lifestyles that we envision for ourselves or to sustain the life we've already created for ourselves. So stay tuned. We are going to jump right into it. Let's go. All right, so let's get right into it. One of the first ways that you can use your social work degree outside of just simply the one-to-one therapy is social media. You're here watching me right now. I'm talking to you right now. Social media is the perfect way to leverage not only your knowledge and your skill base, but also tap into an audience that you could be potentially helping with this information. Social media is incredible. You hear every day about influencers who are blowing up on different platforms, and it's because they are able to foster a community where people feel safe, feel like they know them, feel like they can relate to them, and they can leverage that community to turn it into funds. So social media is absolutely a no-brainer when it comes to building your social work career outside or apart from the 9 to 5 world. Second way to utilize your social work skill set and to generate income outside of the one-to-one mental health world is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing simply just means recommending products, websites, apps that you use and you rely on, and you think it might be helpful for this audience that you've tapped into, right? So it's kind of building off that, creating the engaging community, establishing the connection, the rapport. If any of you are following me, this sounds like the clinical process, right? We are gathering information, we're fostering relationships, we're establishing rapport. So in many ways, the work that we already do complements this. So once you've established that trust, you make recommendations, right? Similar to your treatment plan, you can make recommendations to your clients. And so that's what affiliate marketing is. So is there a platform that you use and love to stay organized, right? Perhaps you've built a community or established a community around ADHD, which is all the buzz right now, or perhaps you built a community around some other neurodivergence concerns. Are there resources that you know that work incredibly for this audience because that's something that you have either have expertise in or you have your own personal experience in, right? So you could work with these companies to establish a referral link. So you have your own link that you share with this community, and most importantly, you get paid anytime that they use this link. For example, if you are using something like a sales funnel platform or whatever, and you know that there are individuals who are, also interested in business and, they want to build a sales funnel platform, you could actually use your referral link, share with that community, and as they spend, you get money or you get paid rather. So that wasn't actually a really good example. Let me think of another one. A mental, so they say there's a mental health app because we're social workers here, we're talking, or maybe you're not a social worker, maybe you're a licensed professional counselor, maybe you're in training, maybe you're marriage family therapy, you're studying, you just got into grad school, your early stages. So this is really for everybody. I am a little biased in that I am a social worker, so I happen to talk about this a lot. But anyways, this is applicable to all of us in this field, the discipline. We have cross transactional skill sets. Anywho, back to my point. In regards to a platform, a mental health platform that you use to stay organized, keep your thoughts organized, again, because something that you found and it's really helpful. Again, you can work with this company, build your own link that you invite people to this resource, right? You're recommending them to this to your community because you've used it and it's worked really well. And so you know firsthand how well that works. And because that trust is already there, they're more likely to follow through with that. So really a great way to make additional income on top of building these spaces. Which brings me to my next point. So the third way is creating some sort of group, right? Again, you foster this community. How can I leverage this community that I've already fostered online? How can I bring them outside of these platforms? Because it's really important to build a community outside of these platforms. You don't want your relationship to only be on that platform, right? Because what if the platform goes away? You know, every day they threaten TikTok will be taken away. So you don't want TikTok to be your bread and butter. And what I mean by that is you don't want that to be the only way that you can engage with those people. So you need to get them off the platform, right? So establishing a community outside of the platform, like maybe a accountability coaching circle or whatever you want to refer to it as, right? So they pay a monthly fee to get your expertise or work with you one-to-one, and whether it's a coaching capacity or a clinical capacity, these individuals are buying into this service, and so they're able to work with you one-to-one. And again, it's generating income, right? They're paying month to month or week to week, whatever the setup is for you. And these individuals, not only did you build the community on whatever platform, but you brought them to your own community now. And so you run that, you manage that, and you keep them engaged, you keep the conversations going. And it's a really good way to, again, to not only just leverage this community you've established on these platforms, but bringing them over to your own platform so that you have full control, full range of your interactions with them. And God forbid Instagram goes down, because we know that happens every once in a while, you'll still have communication with these individuals because you've established that community outside of that platform. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know what you think. So my final income generating idea for you, my colleague, whether you're a social worker, again, licensed professional counselor, marriage family therapist, this can work for you. And what it is literally understanding what your passion is and building a nonprofit around that. Now that sounds scary. Really, the difference between nonprofit and most companies is literally a tax code. Work with a tax professional, because I'm not the tax professional. But what I mean by that is that there's so much money out there for nonprofits and the work that we do. So if you have a mission, if you have like a subset of people that you love to work with, you can literally build a nonprofit. And not only just that, so many folks are worried about October 1st coming and the student loan payback. So there is a way that you can make your nonprofit eligible for the HRSA status. And essentially what that means is that you and your employees can qualify for student loan repayment. Make sure you refer to this video here for more details on that. But nonprofits or social enterprises are a great way to leverage your passions and get paid for it, right? You put yourself on the payroll, you have your board members, you know, you figure all the nitty gritty pieces of running the nonprofit, but it is a great way because there is so much money out there for nonprofits. And I know this to be true because I run a for-profit business, and the amount of grants and funding that I see for nonprofits exclusively totally outnumbers what I see for-profit world. And that's not to say there's nothing out there for profit, but it makes it a little difficult. A lot of these companies want to give to nonprofits. Essentially, I think it's because it's a tax write-off, so it's a win-win for everybody on both sides. But I can't confirm that because I am not in that space. But it really, again, it's a great way to leverage your passions. And most importantly, there's tons of funding out there for you. You could work with a city, collaborate with your state, collaborate with on a federal level, right? Depending on what sort of population you're working with and the needs in those given regions, it's really a great way to leverage those skill sets. So hopefully you have found this helpful. Hopefully you feel inspired. Hopefully you took notes, and hopefully you're figuring out a way that you can live your best life possible and make the money that you deserve. Or maybe you're a student and you're just heard from your professor that, you know, you don't make money in this field, which couldn't be any further from the truth. I just want you to remember that you have a valuable skill set. Many people are willing to pay a lot of money for professionals like us. So why not tap into that resource and get paid for what you want to do? And honestly, sky's the limit. Your limitations are based on you and you only. So whatever limitation people or outside forces are trying to place on you, recognize that, acknowledge that, and remember that whatever you want to do or whatever you want to accomplish is completely possible. You just got to do a little work, a little research. Nothing nobody ain't already did. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're simply going and learning, just like you already are, right? So hopefully you found this helpful. Make sure you tune in next time. Let me know what questions you have below.